Okay, here we go again. I'll be making these videos for you guys to understand. I'm not just on here trying to make money. I'm here to give you guys the truth, help you guys out with things you need help with. A lot of stuff that goes on in the world. I mostly talk about this stuff on my other pages, but I put both. I put a video on both of them for this page and my other one. A lot of stuff that goes on in the world, it's not your fault. You know, the way you have been programmed is not your fault. The reason I say it like that is because, first off, let's scratch everything. Good morning. How you guys doing? Let's start this video off properly. I be trying to word everything and try to keep it to where you guys not just being baited into a conversation. I want to put it straight to the point. I don't want to have you just clicking through the video saying, let me just find out what he trying to say. I'm going to try and put it in the best way possible so everybody can understand, and we won't have too many people in the comments talking down on what I'm saying or trying to do anything with it instead of understand what I'm saying. So let's start off like this. You have females. When I was growing up, if a person try to talk to a female, she'll be like, I don't know you, or you don't know me. So they left a lot of men or young dudes during that time to think, maybe I have to know her before I approach her, because it's always women talking about, or young ladies talking about, I don't know you or you don't know me. That's why I'm approaching you. That's why I'm talking to you, to try and get to know you. You know, but that wasn't good enough. So you had people who was, so to speak, stalkerish, because they want to try and get to know that person, or ask a whole bunch of people about that person so they can know that person. Like, yeah, I do know you. You like this, you like that. You know, you go to school over here. Man, you were stalking her, really. You know, but they weren't looking at it as that during the time being. So you create. I'm just using narratives, and you know, you could create something. You could create a monster without knowing that you're creating a monster. So these are the things I'm just saying. You have a lot of stuff out here in the world. I'm not saying everything is bad, but you can, although you're doing something good, something bad could have happened in the process of you doing the good stuff that you was doing. You know, you probably was working so hard, you cut yourself, or a lot of stuff that you went through, you don't want to go through it again now that you then reach what you was trying to create, or wherever you trying to be. You know, it's a lot of people. I was just watching a video on TikTok of this young lady saying stuff about school and how people is under a spell. I've been said that. Look at how, you know, and I'm not saying it as in like, oh man, I was the first one that said that. No, I think she was doing a wonderful job of saying whatever she was saying. If I knew her name, I would tell you guys so you could go and watch, you know, but don't just fall for what somebody is saying. You can look on Google and search anything, you know, just because somebody told you this, just because somebody, whatever, just because I'm saying it, don't make it right. You know, people don't want to think for themselves nowadays. They don't even get together and think as a community or none of that. They'll get together and go against somebody, but they won't get together and actually want to do something. You know, they'll get together and talk about people, but they don't want to get together and think with each other. You know, it's a lot of stuff. They'll rather say, I could look it up on Google. Somebody put it though, you know. It's a lot of stuff that goes on, or it's a lot of stuff you could look up on Google and find out that is misleading, or that's not all the way correct. you know. So you can't just look up everything on Google. Although you could type it in and search it up and it shows you stuff, that don't mean that it's correct, you know. Like I was saying about dinosaur bones, you know, they take down Kanye videos on the one he did on Drink Champs, from what I heard, because they say it is basically harmful to their system or whatever the case may be, you know. It goes against Google or whatever. So it's a lot of stuff that I know that I try and say to where it's sensitized so you can get the message, but at the same time, the people who's watching my videos before it get to you guys know the message that I'm putting out. So sometimes I try and take my time with the things I talk about. Sometimes I just get on here and just go to talking. You have a lot of stuff that's put into your mind or that was told to you that you don't really necessarily believe in, but you think about it, you know. Why you think it's so many people who talk about flat earth and things like that? Because it's something that they can't get out their mind, and can't nobody really show them proof of it otherwise, you know. It's a lot of stuff that goes on, but other people would rather sit here and say, oh man, they said this, oh man, we was taught this, oh man, you could look it up. Just because you could look something up, like I said, doesn't make it true. How come you ain't thinking for yourself? You don't want to. It take too much time. It take too much of your energy or whatever you got else going on in your world, you know. They killed people who knew magic back in the day, you know. So what about now today? The people who know magic or whatever the case may be. Somebody who first created fire. Now you got lighters making fire. You know, the person who discovered electric, all this type of stuff that was going on. They said it was voodoo and dark magic and all this stuff, you know. So now that you have been dumbed down to the point where you no longer even want to attempt to even think for yourself, not even let alone try and do some type of magic, you don't even want to think for yourself no more. Perfect. Got you where we want you. Basically, it's how the world is being ran, you know. You have to have some type of system in place to have people under control, or to have people to where they not just wanting to do what they want to do. That's why you send your kids to school, you go to work, you believe in this, you read your Bible. Although it might be some truth in there, is it all true? No, ain't nobody finna give you the key to life and tell you, yeah, this how everything go, when they want the power. You know, do it make sense? So I just be trying to talk to people and want people to think for themselves. Don't just listen to what I tell you. Don't listen to what no one tell you. You got a brain as well. So be your own Google.